Morning, Trainiacs. Check this out. Why so many bottles and so much cold weather gear? Well, fun thing. Trainiacs that backed at the tippy top level of backing for the Kickstarter campaign that we did for the Team Trainiac training platform are in this weekend, and it's cold outside, so I gotta keep them warm because we're going for a long bike. We live in Winnipeg. It's not a great place for a camp. All right, who's ready? So, Trainiacs, that was a 70K ride with Trainiac backers from the mini camp that we're having here. Come on in. This is
Dave.
Dave!
We
didn't break Dave, fortunately. Ben is MIA right now. So we went, and it was just 70K, kind of start and stop, and what we want to work on with that ride, just like the sort of the whole premise of the Team Trainiac training platform, is that you shouldn't just train more for the sake of training more. You gotta train smarter, and you've gotta race smarter. So we worked on things like cornering, how to ride into wind, how to ride into hills, how to get more efficiency out of your cardiovascular system, so that, quite frankly, like, all of these training plans that build you up and try to build you up to a 20-hour week to finish an Ironman, it's not practical for people to do year after year. But if we can get you a good 10 or 12 hours a week, you're gonna be good. Hopefully that is what you think.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Not a fan of 20.
Now,
10 to 12 is right up my alley.
Now if we could just find Ben. Found him. How'd that ride go, Ben?
Awesome, great.
We were worried about you. Thought you weren't gonna show up. All right, let's go run. That was fun to just administer a workout and not have to do it. I know why people get into this coaching gig. This is all right. A little more on a few things that we worked on there today. Number one, we worked on cornering drills, and that's starting wide, coming into the corner narrow, and finishing wide. And the idea behind that is that you can basically use each corner in a race to slingshot faster instead of slow down, slow down, slow down, take the corner, and then do a spike of energy just to get back up to speed. Next thing we worked on is hill riding strategy. That's to go a little bit harder on the uphills, spike as you go across, and then collect yourself and just keep chain tension on in the downhill. What that's gonna do is you'll have the same average power if you execute it well as if you had done, say, your target power, your target power, your target power, instead of a little bit over your target power, fair bit over your target power, under your target power. You're still gonna have the same average power, but you will be overcoming the force of gravity a lot better here. You will be maintaining that speed here, and then you won't be losing that much speed here because it takes so much more effort to gain speed relative to gravity on a downhill. We did the same with wind riding strategies on how to position your bike, whether you go and tilt it, let's say the wind is coming that way, instead of tilting into the wind, tilt away so that your wheels can maintain nice grip on the road. And then just in the running, we worked on a little bit of running form, and then we worked on efficiency of the cardiovascular system with nasal breathing. Why you do that when, say, Dave, he's a little bit injured in his hip, so instead of trying to get work done and like train and make improvements by pushing him harder, which he really can't do and shouldn't do, we worked his cardiovascular system, and that's an easier way to build up your cardiovascular efficiency than just doing miles after miles after miles. And on the run, we worked on the same thing, a little bit of form, a little bit of, instead of looking at your watch to see what pace you're going, just feeling the pace, working on getting off the ground quicker so that you're spending more time in the air when you're actually moving forward and less time on the ground. All of these things, they've got the same premise. And that premise is that for the average amateur age grouper, the answer of just doing more and training more, and that's how you get faster, it doesn't work. A lot of that science and research that is like, well, just train more and progressive overload and work harder and build up to 15, 20, 25-hour weeks, it's based off of studies that are done on 20-something-year-olds and athletes in university. They're the easiest subjects to measure. It's harder to get people out of a desk job and come in and do an athletic study. So taking all of that science that's built off of basically people in the prime of their life and trying to apply it to people that work desk jobs that get stiff as they're older, as they get more dehydrated, as they have just muscle loss and bone density loss, it doesn't really work. And in addition to that, as we get older, we can't recover as well and we're busier. So it's all about how I look at this whole thing that I'm trying to put together with the training platform is how can we be a little bit better in how we execute a race, and how can we train a little bit better every single day to be more efficient so that when we are time crunched and we're athletes who can get in 6, 8, 10, 12 hours, not the 15, 18, 20-hour weeks, how do we be really effective with that time? And it takes a little bit of thinking outside the box and adopting some different methods. So if those methods sound kind of interesting to you and you want to be on the wait list so that you are aware of when the training platform just becomes available to the public, it's going to be really soon, go to triathlontaren.com/team waitlist. Just going to be notified of when it's available. And tomorrow, we continue to try to break them. Super fun. Make sure you're subscribed to see all of that punishment. Later, Trainiacs.